Share the screen. Good morning. Morning, Peter. Yes, was beautiful again yesterday. What a nice movement again. Down, beautiful retracements, and a full flush back down. Hope you took this one. The entry was from right here. It was so beautiful. Because this was your break right here. And then I said this would have been a great entry point, and we actually fully came back in the afternoon session to that level, and then we're gonna go. So anywhere from this area would have been a great short. That should have been your stop somewhere. Even if you only triggered straight to that level, that would have been a 5 hour straight out of it. Nothing happened. Clean trade, man. You had to have a lot of patience because the whole morning session, nothing happens until we fully retrace until 4 in the afternoon. Again, same movement today. We made a new BOS downside. So we made a new break. I want to see us come back again to the same levels like yesterday. To this level right here. I want you to short it back to the lows. That would be great. That would be a valid trade again. That's again a 3.75. Can take a while before you get there, but definitely a valid trade. And Q didn't make a break of structure, but I believe he has a little bit more in structure than in Q, so I see that in Q will follow properly to make that decision. I'm gonna be patient and see what ES does right now, because if we come back to this level right here, we can long it too, all the way up to this level. That's also 2.5 R to the upside. So we will see in the first 15 minutes what happens, and then I'll see what I can do. Same for Nasdaq, so we're moving slowly up. If we come back to this lower part right here, or we take out the Asia low, we will long off of it straight to the highs. I just heard some huge news for Gold and silver, only if you have physical ones. So what happens? Most of you maybe don't this kind of news, but it's very important if you own any gold or silver physical, keep it for a while now. But you expect it to come back low. Oh no, we made actually a changing. So we go back to yes. So what did I see here? It has to move up to that level again before we go down again. Here we made, actually this is right here. We made that change in character and we never came back to that lower part. So we should actually fall to this level and then continue up. We build up that liquidity right here that it needs to push the market in its direction. And if you would take your flip tool and you say, this is the first move, we came back and retested it. This is that second move now, and we never came back to that 50 level. This does not count because this is the end of that part. If we dropped from here, we didn't came back to 50 level, so this would not be a valid. Hello, Azul. That would not be a valid entry. If we now start dropping at open and we come back to that 62 level, that would be a very valid entry to long off of it straight to that level. If you want to do it straight from here, I will wait until open is passed and then take a look if you can take that entry. But this is a little bit chopped. It's definitely moving in the direction to get back to that high, but it can also sweep this liquidity back to that level before it goes to that level. To go to the high. Dude, you are heavy. Talk, my friends. That's fine. I'm actually aiming for the same on Nasdaq, so it looks like it wants to drop. If we can take out this trend line liquidity and we can come back to that low right here, I would enter it and long off of it. Even if we take out structure downwards, doesn't matter. I'll definitely want to try it. Morning. Bull months. So I heard some beautiful news for anybody that holds silver or gold at home. Yesterday, Mr. Donald Trump, president, actually declared that from now on, the banks have to have physical gold again to back up the money supply. And or silver. It doesn't matter. It's gold or silver. It's a physical asset that they need. So what do banks do right now? They hold like 60% of the banks actually hold paper. So that's an ETF that they hold. So they hold gold on an ETF instead of in physical proportion. This is being they will have to pay a lot of fees on that if they just hold ETFs. It will decrease by 80% for them. So that means that they need to have 80% more ETF gold and they need physical gold for at least 50% of everything that they lend out. So that's a huge amount. That means that all the banks in the world are going to be buying gold and on a fast pace of tempo. Same for silver or any other metal or any other metal, actually. So looking good. If you have gold or silver, keep it for the next few years. You'll be very happy. And if you don't have any, just go buy DCA into it. Make sure that you have it physical, because we are not done yet with our rally that it's making right now. Not sure that's already in the normal. I don't think that's in the normal news actually, but I do want to take a look if it is. Let's see if it is. No, it's not anywhere. But there's a reason why it's never that's not any in your normal news event. So you heard it from me. I'll do my research. Don't worry about it. That looks like it's not yet on the normal news anyway. So we have our first 15 minutes. Let's set out our main stuff that we should set out always. So this is our daily low, previous day low, previous day high. It's actually, yeah, that is the correct one. And yesterday we came exactly where I thought we would go, to the 100 level, and then we start moving back up. That's so funny to see. So once we hit it, the number around the 100 level, then we started shifting back up to build up some liquidity. Okay. I hope you can see this is a chopped market or a ranging market right now that we're trending in. We didn't make new highs and we didn't make new lows. On Nasdaq, it's just going sideways. On ES, it's actually still trending in a down movement. So we can see on ES, we made a break, we made a new break. So this is still moving in a downtrend right now. Would be nice to see if we can get some form of a value gap inside that we could trade off. We did had a 15-minute, but I would be patient until that's a little bit longer and that open. If you do see that the market is still shifting upwards, you can just put your stop at our low then and then continue to long off of it. I would have loved to see it fall down first, but still, this is a decent trade. I would put my stop then under that wick of that hourly. But I will let open do its thing a little bit because now we are inside the 4 hour for value gap 2. We did not take out any liquidity yet. So I would still be a bit more patient until we see something moving, and then we will definitely take a trade today. I'm not in anything yet, just watching. Oh, maybe I better put it on the screen. Why is my computer making this much noise? Let's take a look if we actually have news today. I have no idea yet. We have new. Ooh, we had news at 8. We have news at all day. That zones and Trump is speaking at 2:30. Okay, so I would recommend nobody trades at 2:30 p.m. because the market can do so many strange things when he opens his mouth. Still not in anything, just being patient. Want to see what the market does here. After open, actually wanted to see it come back to that lower level to then continue up. If we move up straight, I'll take a short from this level. It's okay. Is goed. Nee, het is goed geweest. Het is goed geweest. Hope everybody also sees that we are ranging right here. So we're actually just going sideways. No new highs, no new lows. So slowly but steady moving up. But this is not for me a break of structure. There's like 5 points. So this was a huge candle, nicely formed above it, and then we actually had a full retracement to immediately back down into that zone. So I want to actually see what happens right here. If we continue this structure, we probably make a new valley gap somewhere we can enter. I'm like not really convinced that the market is moving up right now. If we watch our 6 hour candles, we can see we had like choppiness right here. I do have to say it's actually better for me to be online already an hour before. So next week starting, I'll come back at 8 instead of 9. I've been seeing if I have an hour of patience before the market actually that we trade off, it is actually easier to enter. We already have some, how can I say it, viewpoints of what the market was doing. So next week starting again, I'll do it from 8 instead of 9. And I'll see how long we can get, how long we stay online. It will definitely be until we find a trade or get a trade. The strength is still to the upside, so we can see that the candles are stronger to the upside than downside right now. So we did take a low for value gap. We hit the lowest part, and now we have an infinite candle that shows strength to continue. Yeah, if we hit this for value gap, I'm definitely taking a long off of it. That's the only one that I actually want to enter from right now. Reason. Actually, that was changing characters. That don't break us. That's actually changing character. And now we need to draw our FIB from the highs to the highs, and now we see that we should come back to fair value of price. So that's why. So if we draw this, and I want to see it come back to fair value of price, that should be right here. I'll take a look if we could trade this. We'll have to take it a bit lower. We have a 5-minute maybe inside. Yeah, we do. So that would probably be the trade that I would be looking for that we can take right now. This is what I'm watching for or being patient for. If we do take out HLO and we drop further down, like it happened too, we will see what happens. But this is what I'm aiming for. So we made a change in character actually in this move right here to the upside, and we should come back to fair value of price. We did not do that. So if we do move to fair value of price, we should do it somewhere in this area to come back to fair value of price and then continue up to the highs. And where should we go to then if we have this impulsive move down? We just take our FIB tool again, make it yourself easy, use the tools that we have. And we should at least go to fair value of price. So that's fair value of price. So you can draw TP1, TP2, if you're lucky, even this high. So that could be the 5R, a max 5R. But this high is definitely then your first TP. That should be around the 2.5 that we can make. 2.3, so definitely a good trade. The reason why I'm not entering on that for value gap, otherwise I'm only having like a 2. That's even less. So I do want to have like almost a 2.5 to trade off. We have some lower for value gap still left, so we could impulsively move that direction. So now all I have to do is be patient again until the market comes to my entry. So if we're long, this will be a long from here. If we move further up, I'm going to short from this area to downwards. If I want to short, I would be, I believe, from here somewhere. Let's see where I get my 2.5. So the minimum that I need is this level. This is about how many points? That's a 90-point stop, so that means 2 contracts, 3 contracts. That would make a 2.5, so this would be a valid trade. So, or I'm going to short from this level down, or I'm going to long the other way up. It depends on which one comes first. These are the 2 trades that I see. Or from this area, we want to short. We didn't have a break of structure on this level, but we did have it on ES. So I do take ES as stronger one, so it shows definitely strength to downside. So I'm actually counting on ES that he shows the correct direction. If we can come back here, that would be a great entry to long off. That's the only thing I see actually right now. Before I end the stream, I will put everything on the screen. Until then, I'll be patient. I do want to get myself a drink for a moment. Looks like crypto is a little bit down again. This will be very volatile for the next coming months, definitely. This still looks like it wants a little bit more upside, so let's see if we do push further up. What do we do if we go to this high? If we just move up and we come straight to this entry, we're just going to short off of it, so that's also fine. If we move the other direction and we first come back to our low, this is what I prefer actually, then we see that reaction, the movement that came. That would be nicer. The other thing is the market does what it wants to do. We can only follow along. That's all we can do. So I'll go get myself a drink. I'll be right back.
Hij ziet er goed te maar ik heb ons gezongen.
It's going to be a bit more silent trading today. I really have to implement this one again. So everybody actually, this was already implemented and I actually stopped it. So I should really do this once a week again. Say nothing and let you guys decide how the market moves. But this looks a bit stronger to the upside. The reason why is if you have a down movement, we had the fair value gap right here. So we had an inverted fair value gap too, but we moved and we didn't take out our low. As long as we don't take out this low right here, this structure is still moving slowly up because we had this change in character right here. So the market shifted its direction. And that's why any 15-minute actually retracement onto it, you can long off of it. But I prefer that we actually take the move from the first movement that we had until we have a retracement into it, and then we have that movement. So I would be patient because this is that change in character that we made. This is the first impulsive move that we made right here. We almost hit that 50 level. But if we take it from here, we didn't actually. So if we take it from wick to wick, we just didn't hit it. So I preferred actually that we did hit it. So that's why I'm being patient until we get to that level. Same, if we move first up, we will take a short from this area. Probably from the high right here. That would be this 15-minute candle. So that's 25,339. Stops would be the highs, of course. That was probably a 100-point stop or something. Yeah, almost a 100-point stop. Well, if you have a 5-minute, we could probably enter it even higher, but I'm not going to count on it. We keep it simple. We just use one time frame. That way, it's easy to repeat the process. If you enjoy the teachings, I always appreciate it. That thumbs up. That helps the channel grow. I let people find me, of course, because I can assure you it's not easy to grow a YouTube channel. And I'm doing it to help people, so the more you guys help me, the faster people can find me. Thank you. So if somebody did not see it yet, so I'm creating a full start level 1. So if you are actually starting out in trading, I'm now on episode 6. Today, probably episode 6 will come. There are about 20 episodes, about 10 minutes each. So you actually have full indication how to trade. Break of structure will be fully into it, so you can actually take it slow. You don't have to do everything at one time. You actually have patience to watch them all slowly and create some confidence in how you trade. The same here, we had an infinite candle, so this shows that the market had strength to the upside. On an hourly, we did not make a change in character yet. We should go above here. But on a 15-minute, we did. So if we drop back down, we'll probably come back up to this level. So we even have an hourly for value gap in here. So it would be a nice indication if we can tap that and then short. If we do break that high, that means that we're going for this opening gap, and we will have a change in character fully, and then we can long off of it, of course. But like the news is like the information that I'm getting right now about stocks and everything, it looks like it will be a little bit of more on the downside right now. So let me rephrase this. I'll put here a limit ordering. If this comes down and we get swept and we see a change in character again, or yeah, change in character on a 5-minute base, I'm just going to retake this trade again. Because this is, if we can take this all the way up, that's a 4R. That's definitely a decent trade. If we can take it twice, definitely a clear one to do. But for now, just being patient. This is what traders need to learn. So anything in between two moves, actually, you should just be able to let it go. You can trade it. I know this is why I'm wanting to long off of this back to the highs. I know people are always eager to trade every minute, but control yourself. That's something that some traders really need to learn. Patience is key in life, actually, because if you start doing something with passion, I actually recently found out what the word passion means. I'm trying to look up what I found it. So passion, it means from Latin. Yeah. So the reason why Latin is still available because it actually shows you the origin of the words. So passion actually means to suffer. So it's not really a passion. So passion actually means if you are having fun in something that you need to learn to be okay, that not everything goes directly in your direction. So that you are having to need to learn to endure suffering while following your dreams. That's the word passion. So it really means suffering. So it's something I did not know before. To endures also what it means. It's suffer, endures, and to undergo. And in the modern world, they call it passion. That's something. So if you know the origin of the word, you can actually know what it actually means. So you learn a lot from that, from those things. So we gotta still be patient. So if we get to the 11th order, we take a long. If we go to this, we take a short. So for the rest, you can just put that in and be patient until that happens. I'm not doing anything until that does. So this is how long actually my trading takes daily. If I see them, I just would put them in, let it do its thing, and be done for the day. The same for yes. If I would trade yes today, I would do exactly the same. I would make it come back right to this level somewhere, take a long off of it, continue. If it comes to this level, I would take a short and continue to lose. Because break of structure down, break of structure, and a retest down. But same, if you see that we start moving, shifting up, you can see we shifted up from here, and we started moving lower again, first time. Then you see we hit it at 62 level. Where did we hit to? A 15-minute FEG right here. And we tapped, and then we start shifting up. And the first impulsive move from this level, we did not have that move. So I'll take my fib, I'll make it a bit slower. So we never came back to that 50 level. So this one doesn't count as a retracement. We move it up until we see a downwards candle that does show us a retracement move. And this one is that retracement move. And this is that entry that you could have taken long to that 7, 8 level back to the highs. First TP would be this high, of course. Second TP would be that high. But actually, maybe it wouldn't get hit. Maybe it did get hit. But definitely a decent trade too. That's the reason why, if this is the move starting to move up, we never had a huge retracement back into it. So we are now shifting. So this was the first. This we did hit. So we can say, okay, we can take it from a second one. But here we did not yet take that back. So I would say somewhere in this region would be a nice area that we could long off. I'll take the noise of the chart right now because it's confused. It's not easy for me to keep that all on the chart. So orders are in, my limit order is in, up and down, so we will see what happens. Is your limit order too long still valid if the retracement touches the 50 level first? On Nasdaq or on yes, Vele? Or just in average? Of in het algemeen? I'll just say it in Flemish for a second. If it, so say that the fifth, so say that we draw this one right now, and it hits my 50 level, and we move up, I'm not gonna take that trade. I'm also gonna say why. This is a 0.9. I'm not giving a 1 hour for only a 0.9 on average to get back. So I need that 2 hour plus to be able to get profitable trades. Is it still valid once it hits the 50 level and moves up? It can still come down. It is less accurate that it will still move down, but it still can happen. But once we see it hit that 50 level and take out a high, I would take my limit order off, if that was the question. So say that we do hit now this 50 level right here, and afterwards we had a huge impulsive move and we take out the structures high again, then it's a no. It's not valid anymore. So once we hit, we take out our structure high again where my TP is actually at, then it's a no. If that doesn't happen, and we hit that 50 level and we stay inside that structure and we move down again, then it's a yes. Then it's still valid. So it depends on what we do. So if we have a fib tool and we move up and we take out a structures high again to make a new break of structure to the upside, then it's a no. If we hit that 50 level and we stay inside the structure, we did not make a new break of structure to the upside, then it's a yes. If that was clear. In general, yeah. Did you understand how I explained it last now? If that was understandable, I try always to do my best as good as I can. So if this move now moves down, and we hit that 50 level, and then we have a strong impulsive move and we come above that structure's high again, then I would say I would take this off. Then I would say a no. It's not valid. But if we hit and we come inside, and we then move down again, so say that we do this. So we hit that level, we go back up a small bit, and now we hit down, it's a yes. But if we do this, then it's a no. Because we made a new structure, and we already had a retracement of that structure. Because then it's not coming for this level, it's going to come for that level, for that low. That's a difference. Perfect. That's just what I wanted to hear, that you understand it. Yeah, it's in general, it's always like this. So, say for this movement, so we started moving, okay, and we came down to that 50 level once. We didn't hit that 60 level, not at all. We did have a 15-minute right here. I would not have been patient for this one because I believe that this would actually take out that structure again. So this would have been a valid entry, and this one I would have taken off. Because here we made a new structure to the upsides, and then we have actually, again, the same movement, but then from this side, until we come back to that level, and then we have again to the structure to the upside. But I would not have dared to enter actually on this level, even though we didn't touch it yet. For me, this looks like a retracement of that break. So we already had the retracement up. So if the market continues in the direction it's moving, it should take out this structure and move slower. If the market wants to move in a normal way, and that's not always the case. So even though this is the normal way of the market moving, if it doesn't happen, it's not your analysis. Immediately, do not overthink it. It's not your analysis. It's just the market that wants to do something different, because look, Nasdaq just started chopping here, and yes, did exactly what I meant. So we had a retracement. So on yes, you can say it. Okay, this was the first move. We came back to that 50 level. So this was invalid anymore. So this little part right here, you cannot use anymore, even though it's lower. I'm going to even make it a color so that you actually can see it a bit. So this part right here should not be used anymore. The reason why is it already came back down to that 50 level, and then we started moving again. So we could have drawn a new fib tool. I would have said from the movement starts, from where we have an impulsive move to the upside. So that would have been the move up. And the only candle that we actually had that tapped that level, this candle tapped it, and then this one actually came back up to that level. So that would have been TP1 right here. And it did get hit one more time. So this should have taken one more time. That's it. And afterwards, everything was hit. So if the market starts shifting again downwards and makes a new change in character to the downside, once we hit this level, actually, on this candle, we made a change in character to the downside. I would not long off of this level, because if the market continues lower, we are following the main structure of the market. So the main structure of the market was down right now. And if this market moves down, it should continue to move down. Here, the market can move back up to that 7-8 level again, and then fall further down. If the market still moves lower, it should break that level. That should be your TP. That's how the market moves. That's why it does these kind of ways. For me, same. If the market now starts rallying and takes out new structure and goes to that level, I'm not leaving this limit order in here. So it is, or it comes down and enters my limit order, or we have patience until it hits that level and I want to short off of it. And you will see immediately if I'm correct, yes or no. If I'm not correct, it will take out the full structures high, take even out that level, and come to this opening gap that we actually created on Monday or on Friday. Sorry, on Sunday. Yeah, for me it's Sunday night when the market starts to open. But both trades that are in here are actually correct. We will see what happens. Or it's a long from here to the upside, or it's a short from here to the downside. Sadly, your friend from yesterday is not here. Okay, I need to make a new one. So my limit order long is in, and my short is not yet in. I will see what happens first. So if anybody has a question, just drop it. I'll answer. In the meantime, I'm making some thumbnails in the background. I'm trying to find a place where I'm actually smiling, so it's not. It looks like I'm not smiling that much. I really need to learn that for myself. While I'm actually teaching that I keep smiling. Okay, I'll just take an old picture. So it looks like the market will move a little bit low right now, so let's see what it does. So this is what I want to see happening. Actually, I want to see it go lower, come to the level, and then enter. That would be great to see. Yeah, we've been chopping for 4 hours, people. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 hours of choppiness. So we didn't move an inch. So I hope nobody is trading anything right now until you actually see the markets. Choose a side. Never trade a chop market. Just be patient. The market will always show its hands. Look, these candles happen every day. These impulsive candles. They happen at 7. They can happen at 11, at 10. So they always happen. This was at 6 in the evening. This was 3 in the afternoon. So this was 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning. So candles always are always being created. So just be patient, because if you want to trade those micro candles, you will have to have a very strategic strategy to be able to trade this, or you will have to trade on a very low time frame. So I'm not that kind of trader. Anybody in here already knows that. So just be patient. It will come. Dus ik zie ergens een goede foto van ik dat ik aan het lachen ben. Like I already said, there are new things coming, and yesterday was a great day for the start of something new again. So I'm happy, getting there slowly. Updates will come soon enough about what and how. Thank you, sexy. You can send them in a DM if you want to. That would be nice indeed. So if you learned a lot from me and anybody in here that already got funded through my education, I would appreciate it if you got if you can make a small video or just a text. Is also great. Video is better with what you learned, what you liked, what you did like. Just be honest. It will help the new collaboration that I made easier to find people, let people find us. If you don't want your face on it, just blur it. Oh, I do appreciate my wife helping always. I know people want fast action. That's not me. So still being patient, not much happening. We're just still chopping right here. So just don't touch the markets right now, guys. Just let the market do its thing until it shows its hand. We do not touch this at all. We just let it do its thing. You can see we've been here for an hour and 20 minutes and we've just been sitting here. So why would you ever want to touch this? Ask yourself always a question. Is my trade based on a plan or is it based of me wanting to trade? If it's just you wanting to trade, ignore it and take a walk until that feeling goes away and then come back and then see if your plan is still there. If your plan is there, you can take a trade. If it's not, don't do it. It would only mentally be not good for yourself. It will not help you grow in your trading skill. It would just let you do stuff that you actually don't want to be doing. And if you don't want to be doing it, you should not be doing it. Ze beter in Discord sturen. So we had the patience. Okay, if yes now comes down and it goes to that level, that's a great entry point to long off. But until that happens, just let the market do its thing. I would actually love that this level get hit first, so we can short. But if we hit this, I'll definitely love the long too. So we're still here after an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm very happy I didn't take anything yet. So this is being a patient trader and be okay with everything that happens in between. This was my plan from the start off, and I'm just keeping it very simple. Look, now we have an impulsive movement. So see, here the movement starts moving. This is what we want to see. I'll even take my fib. I'll put it on the screen that you guys can see it. I prefer not to be it on, but I know some of you love to see it this way, that it's more clear for you. For me, the less there is on the screen, the more clear I see everything. Again, if I get swept at Asia low and we see an impulsive 5-minute change in character, I'm taking that trade again. to the upside. This is definitely a trade that we want to take twice. It's at least, if we take it all the way up to the highs, it's a 5R. So here's the movement that we wanted to see. It's starting to move slowly lower. The market can definitely come all the way back to this low, even to 25,120. But I'm taking that entry right here. That's okay for me. The reason why is I want to be in the trade. I'm okay with a little bit, not profiting to start with. But the market decides here to push in the next 4 minutes hugely back up. Still no trade. Zijn je nog meekijken? Ja? Is er nog meekijken met mij? No, those are almost the only one that's here. Ja, steekbezoek is echt iets die aantrekt, hè? Blijkbaar voor de mensen. Oké. So still being patient. I will see if we get triggered in soon enough. Look, I even draw a box around it so it's still chopping. We just took some sell side liquidity right here, and we'll see if the market starts pushing up or it still wants to take lower. But for now, still in nothing, just being patient. I've got about 30 more minutes, so if anybody has a question, it's a good time to ask. Doesn't matter if it's about mindset related stuff or it's really about how to trade. Just shoot, give me a question. Love to help. The more you guys give me questions, the easiest for me is to respond of them. But tell me where you actually need help with. What do I mean by that? What points are the less easiest for you to overcome? Is it the patience that you don't have? Is it, I don't know. You ask me, or I change something. So about 30 more minutes, and then I'll definitely be off. I'm gonna get myself another drink. If you have any questions, just drop a comment.
Ausgezählten Worte ist. Ja. Wow.
Okay, I'm back. Let's take a look if we have been triggered in yet. Not yet. Still. But right here, we can see that the market is definitely building up a bit of strength to the downside. So what do we see? We see a wick grab right here. So I'll explain everything what I see. So this was an hourly for value gap that we traded in. We had a wick grab right here on open. We retraced it, and now we're slowly moving to my entry. And this took patience. You could have, if you wanted to enter this one and put your stop at the high and short from it, that was also a possibility, but that's not my style. So we just be patient. Let's see what happens. And if you're not correct, just be okay with it too. That can happen. Okay. So now you can see there is coming strength into this movement. Probably the same for yes. Yeah, look like yes is doing the same movement, so it will probably come to the same. So if you trade yes, I would recommend somewhere in this level. Take a long. Stops would be this low, not that one. Doesn't need to be all the way down here because we had an impulsive move, change in character already. We had a retracement, and now we had a second one. So if you get to this level, that would be a great entry point. And if we don't, yep, that's no trade again. So we just barely missed that 50 level. Was looking like it wanted to come here, so still being patient. And if you don't, if you cannot be patient, ask yourself if that is the trader you want to become in a longer period of time. I believe not. You need to have that patience. I know it's no excitement. It's not really the fun thing that everybody expects trading is, but trading is not exciting, guys. Trading is actually something that is boring, and it's just a repeatable stuff that pays money. That's all it does. That's what you are here for, right? To be paid, to make sure that you earn money. So if it earns you money, that's all what you need. All the rest is just a bunch of people online talking nonsense and making sure that you actually do stuff that's not necessary. If you're one of those guys that actually wants to trade fast, I know a group that actually does love to trade very fast. Just give me a DM. I'll share you a link where you can go to and you can just join them. They trade a minute sometimes in 30 seconds too. It's not my style, but I know people that does it and love it. And if you are one of those that love that kind of movement, I can show you the way where to go to and find the right people immediately so that you actually have the same mentoring that like I would give, and I can vote for them. They know what they're doing. So, and I would not recommend almost anybody in the trading space. I have like two persons in the whole trading space that I actually would recommend you to. And that's just because I've been with them for a while. So I know how they trade, I know how they feel, I know what they do. And if I don't know it myself and I haven't tasted it myself, I would not recommend anybody. Because everybody trades a different style. If changing character and break of structure and being patient for that retest is not your style, that's okay. If you're one that loves to trade out of a breakout, that's your style then, that's fine too. But make sure that you can repeat your style. I'm just the one that has the confidence that it will come to this level and then continue. The reason why is, look, there's a small void right here. And that void actually tells me that it will take up the full candle body. So we even could put our stop, our entry probably at that 0.7 level and still be in it. But I'm okay with this, with that entry. I just want to be in the trade. And this is a 2.3, so that's definitely a decent trade. So we got about 20 more minutes and then I'll be off. What's the raining today? No, I want the sun. Ah, the sun. Koos als u wat doen, dan komt hij onderin. Yeah, you're a good boy, my friend. Ze merken zo'n verliezen ding. Zelfs ook maar wacht aan krijgen. Gaat nog gaan zwemmen? Dan? Ja. The market can move up from here. I want that entry from this level. If it does move up from here again, I'm not taking that entry again. I'm being patient. And if it sweeps me out and it takes Asia low out, I'm okay. I'll be patient and see if we can retake that trade again. Because here is a lot of strength after it. And the market now starts moving up and it missed me by like a point. Yeah, so be it. Was my choice to put it there. So we entered 49. But I'll also be okay with it. We can still move. So if this market now starts shifting up, I'll explain exactly what we can do then. We would be patient for a 5-minute shift in structure again. And we enter on a fair value gap of 5 minutes. And then we can put our stop at a low. We will probably even get a better R collected than we have right now. I'll still be okay with it. It's just a trade, guys. It's nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. So we got 10 minutes before 11. I'm almost done for the day. So if you have any questions, let me know. I was we were very close by that entry. But I'm quite sure if we move down and we actually move all the way down to like 25,130 because we have some left open we got some left open voids right here. So we did take out all the internal liquidity right now. So like I said in the morning when I started that I believed that we would take out this liquidity. We just took that out, taking that out. And now we want to see what happens. We probably move a little bit further down all the way to this section, and then I want to see a shift. I'm not predicting what the market does right here. I'm just following very much structural based movement. So I just had a changing character side. I want to see a retracement back to that level. That's all. The reason why I took this level is because I got a 2.3 back to that high. And that's actually what I want to see. I do want to have a decent amount of R collected. Anything below 2R, I will not take a trade. So I could have taken that entry, that would have 2.1. This was a 2.3, so it's not that much difference. But on the end run, it is a difference. And again, if we do not get triggered in right here, we be patient for a 5-minute shift and structure. So a change in character on a 5-minute base. I want to see if a value gap created out of that, and my stop will be changed then to this low right here. So if you have a 5-minute shift up, that means we have to have a movement actually. So this was the last structure down. To be very clear, we actually have to have a movement above this high. This would be the change in character. And we want to have a retest into a value gap somewhere, stop at that low, and then continue to the highs. And then we continue to this level. Because I have a short that I want to be taking from this level. Those were the only 2 trades that I saw when we started trading, and I'm still being patient with them. Nonetheless, the market is now slowly, actually with a bit of force, moving downwards. But the market does always the same. And if I'm incorrect and we take out the structure fully, that means that the market actually showed strength further downwards, and I will probably go to 25,000. And we will have to be patient until we get that level. Still the same thing. And this is not predicting what the market will do. This is just normal break of structure, market movements, and learn what market structure is. That's all. Nothing special, nothing fancy, nothing ordinary. No tools that you need. The only tool that you can use is a Fibonacci tool, but you actually don't need it. So you can actually take that off too. Okay, so that will be it for me for today's stream. I wish you all a very great trading session. If I get triggered in, I'll make an update on Discord, how to follow along with the trade. I'll probably get triggered in a minute, so I will update everything on Discord, how I manage my trade. But for now, I need to get off the screens. 2 hours is the maximum time that I want to be after those screens watching those charts, because I haven't done anything actually. We've just been patient until we actually had that move. So And this was actually preset once we got started already here at 2 hours ago. So I didn't move anything. I'm still at the same movement. I still see the same structure. I still see the same movements, and I'm okay with everything I do. So I wish you all a great trading session. If you enjoyed these sessions, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. You're always welcome. If you want to join the Discord, let us know too, and you're always welcome to join. I wish you a great trading session in London, and make sure that you know that there is, excuse me, make sure that you know that Trump speaks at 2:30, and try not to be in the market because I could be very volatile at that point. Enjoy the rest of your day.